So we're in the marina now, and this is going to be our winter mooring. And as I showed you the other day, I bought these spring damper things. I'm going to get those on. I've got some galvanised shackles. I'll shackle them to the, it's the galvanised shackles. Shackle them to the dock with. And the chandlers advised me to buy stainless shackles for the other end, which I've done. I'm sure galv would have been okay, but I've got some silicone grease. I'm going to grease the threads on the galv shackles, and probably on those as well. Plus, I've had this pile of lines made up with spliced eyes, stainless eyes in them, one end. So I'm going to get those on there. Let's see what we've got here. Should be 4 lines, 2 5 meters. 2 8 meters. So 1, 2, 3. That's a 5 meter. Good. So I need to shackle that 5 meter to the end of there. Right. Shackle that to the end of there. Very good. There's one ready to go. And on this end, we're just going to grease these shackles up. Prep those like that. It's okay, doesn't it? Nice and smooth. Good one. Then it was time to fix the spring dampers to the dock, take the lines up to the bow of the boat, and remove the lines that I did have already in place. Onto there, basically speaking. Come up through there like that. That's good. Out the light. That looks quite good, I think. So it's just taking those shock loads and these surges. We'll see how we get on. I don't like the way that shackle's sat, nor that one. Jump on and sort those out. So that's better. Yeah, good. Having secured the bow with the 2 5 meter lines, it was time to take the 8 meter lines, secure them to the midships cleat, and take those forwards to the spring dampers.
And that left her secure for the winter with 2 bow lines and 2 midships lines running forwards and the 2 aft mooring lines on the aft cleat.
So I'm looking for a new way to lock the hatch, and I bought this lock hasp here, and I think I'm going to put that on there, just like that. Screw it down through here with some long screws onto there. Maybe one each side, I'm not sure. I'll try one first of all. See if I can manage to not get myself cold in this stuff. Yeah, looks all right, doesn't it? And that one is going to go in there like that. Something like that, I would guess. Looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, just check those screws haven't come through. I'm going to be revarnishing this later, so that seal it in even better. Just how it comes in. It does. Did nicely on it. Well, boats are never exactly high security, but yeah, happy with that, I think. And it's tidy, very good. Well, another glorious day, and I've just taken the opportunity to get the second coat of varnish on all of the exterior woodwork, varnished woodwork, bright work. So up around the aft end there, all done. I'm looking, turning around gently, hopefully. Forwards, tow rails, there's deck rails. Already had two on the hatch turtle, but all the way up to the bow, all second coated. So that's got her looking pretty good. Obviously needs a couple more coats, but I'll try to get one more on, I think, before we go, and then a few, 2 or 3 when we get back, just to freshen things up, but mainly to protect the wood. That's the main reason for it. But it certainly looks nice. You know, it's hardly showboat quality, but keeps it looking decent. And now and again I get asked how old the boat is, and people are always surprised when I say that she's fairly new. It's about 2.25 years since I launched, isn't it now? So that's, I guess, because of the design and the sort of classic style lines, I guess that's what they're seeing, at least in their eyes. But I say they're always surprised when they find out that she's basically new. Yeah, she's obviously done a fair bit of work and had a few knocks in her time, so she's not pristine by any means, but try to keep her looking decent, you know. A bit of coffee, pot of coffee. Emptying out the old one. Now, something I haven't said yet, but I'm putting the coffee grinds in the toilet. It's a composting toilet, inverted commas. Because you read somewhere, Hazel, didn't you, that it keeps the stink down?
Yeah, I read it somewhere on the internet.
I believe it works. I think it's really good. So coffee grinds into the composting toilet. I'm looking a bit wild with the old Barnet this morning, aren't I? Yeah, which I think works really well.
I saw something about botanical gardens, which inspired me to Google if there was any around here. Not in the town exactly, but a little.
Okay, so it is a Roman bridge. I thought it was, and it's an infrastructure of the Tibula Sulcis, which might be pronounced wrongly. An ancient Roman road that connected the two villages of Nura and Carbia in the past. Right. The bridge was restored during the Middle Ages, but it's possible to see the piers from the Roman period. It originally had 24 arches, 10 of them destroyed in the 1930s. That's great, but here we are. And apart from the smokers who've decided that an ancient Roman bridge is a great place to chuck their cigarette butts down, it is very nice. And this is the lagoon. Some sort of canal goes in to our left and the river to the right. It looks to me like there's a fish farm up there where all them boys are and cormorants are. And some sort of wooden bridge structure across there. And this river's lovely, isn't it? Actually, as a mooring and whatever.
Yeah, it seems very calm right now.
Right now, it's a lot of breath of wind today, so. It's great for a windy day. You know I like a good tractor, it's a beaut. This place seems to be called Fertilia or something like that, doesn't it? There's a very nice, well, a bit of mooring here obviously, harbour wall, and a boatyard where the boats are really packed tightly in there. Seem to have a couple of travel lifts, one of which at least is working. And yeah, some nice boats in there and some slightly less nice. So just been for a hike, haven't we? Or
yes.
are on a hike.
Yeah, we're still going.
Still there. About halfway. So we've walked out to this place that we think is called Fertilia.
Yep.
And the Roman bridge, and there's a museum there, but sadly it's shut.
Yeah.
But at least we know the open hours now.
Yeah. So if we come back, we could try and time it right.
Yeah. Be nice because there's a boat repair shop there, a wooden boat repair shop there, so I suspect. And the museum is something to do with boating,
Something
isn't
with
it?
boats, I think, yeah.
So I think I would like to come back and have a look at it.
It would be very cool.
Have a look at this place.
Look at this travel lift.
This travel lift obviously hasn't been used for a little while. Some of these boats haven't been used for a little while either. And that's the one I think they are using, but obviously they have to move a few boats to get at it. A couple of speedboats there, or several in fact. Don't look like they've been speeding anywhere much recently, but and some slightly more well-kept boats. Wow, they do pack them in, don't they? Look at that. Wow, that's the tightest I've ever seen boats packed in. And sadly we come to this quite nice wooden boat, but it's obviously hogged. It's got some issues with the keel timbers, clearly hogged. The ends are lower than midships. And when they hog, the midships comes in tighter as well, doesn't it? So it's a serious fixing up project. Lovely sound, the waves. There's O'Gara over there. And the bay between. It's glorious, isn't it? Well, Hazel and I are back here in Germany for the winter. We've got a few little jobs to do, boat projects to do in the workshop, bits and pieces. There's something very important going on next week, and I'm not sure if I'll get a video out next week, but I'll tell you all about that in due course. Anyhow, that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We are, after all, only, he says looking at the screen, only 990,096 subscribers short of the million. So, talk to you soon. Bye.